Well, hello, everyone. It's Ferocious Knight from Coach Training World, and I'm sitting here with the beautiful Coach Liz, who I'll introduce in just a moment. But I wanted to let you know what we were up to this week. So it's International Coach Week, and I thought it would be a really fabulous idea for you to be able to get an insider's look in terms of what it is that happens inside of a coaching session. And Liz is one of 5 people in our community that has volunteered to share that with you. And so before we go into that recording, which I'll put below this video, I'd like to introduce you to Liz. And I'd love for Liz, for you to start kind of just a little bit of how you got into coaching. And then let's talk a little bit more. That was our guest appearance by that was Molokai. Anyway, dogs are coaches too, but yeah, please go ahead and introduce yourself. Sorry about that.
Fine, that's fine. So thank you very much for having me. I was first introduced to coaching many years ago when a bunch of us were out of work, and one of my coworkers had become a coach, and I got to sit on the other side of the table and be the coachee, and it was lovely. She kept me accountable and brought new things to me as far as like a whole balance instead of just, oh, I'm out of work, but there's so much going on. And it was really interesting and wonderful, and the things that she pulled out of me. And I found myself oftentimes, thinking, wow, I kind of do that all the time, in work environments as a creative person, and, just listening to people and letting them be heard, and kind of watching them light up when you bring insights to them. And so it was just a desire to do that as work and have work be fun and awesome.
Yay for that, right? Can work have fun? And so you have made it fun. And I know that you came in with a lot of experience, personal and professional, that you brought into the coaching. Will you help other people to maybe understand how you've kind of come up with your own unique coaching style and how you've infused that with your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I really enjoy just the curiosity that comes in working with somebody new. In the coaching arena, my basic philosophy is ABC, always be curious. And with that, I'm asking questions and I'm helping them see things from a 3-dimensional aspect. Just they're looking at things all around, and maybe they're focused over here in this one area, and then they have new insights on things that are coming to the surface that they didn't expect. And then the really fun stuff happens where they have new insights and maybe even a new direction from a place that they were stuck. And I think I go to those places because I'm a visual person, I'm a creative person, and so I tend to see things. If they sound like they're lighting up over the phone, for example, I can hear it, and so then I can see it. And then I, kind of march down that a little bit and say, tell me more about that. It's exciting. Yeah.
It's interesting as you're talking about that. I'm kind of recalling my designer days, in a creative agency, and how you really had to think out of the box, and how coaching, just as you're talking about, is really all about that. It's, looking at different angles and coming up with new solutions, and also things that really work for the person, which is very similar than working within a design agency. Sure you remember those days. Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm curious, like, what do people come to you for? Like, what do they say, I need help with?
Yeah. It can be anything. Oftentimes it's interesting the way people come to you and you discover things about them that you have in yourself. And it's like, wow, this is a great fit. So I get a lot of creative people coming to me, and, maybe they have a creative block, or, maybe they have a creative block, but actually they're dealing with a relationship issue or something else surfaces. But so a variety of things as far as, why people come to me. But it's funny the way it turns out. A lot of times it's, simple creative issues.
Yeah. And so when you say creative issue, can you give me like an example of one, maybe a recent one that you've had?
Yeah.
Without obviously divulging the client's information.
Right.
You know that. I don't want them to go like, oh.
Yeah. Well, this would be kind of jumping ahead to the sample, but sure. That was a really great example. She said she, lacked confidence in certain things, and she had this creative project that was this heart project. She really wanted to get this going. And, we kind of worked through some things, and well, I'm over here dancing, I'm over here dancing, I'm over here dancing, and kind of where's the thing that you're stuck with? We finally got there, and it was very exciting to have that breakthrough. If that makes sense. Yeah.
It does, and what I'm hearing is also that, when you're working with creative people, that they tend to be kind of have multiple, I call it idea-itis. And then also, they don't necessarily know where their block is. And sometimes it sounds like it's a permission slip to say yes to their dream.
Yes.
Especially when it's not WORK. It's something that's birthing from within.
Yeah.
What a great gift to give everyone.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Thank you. Yeah. It is exciting that you're doing that. So is there anything that you'd like to say about the coaching session in particular? Anything that kind of stood out for you that you'd like to help other people understand about how coaching might work, or anything in general?
Absolutely. Yeah. We kind of started out looking at a simple high level, do you have goals in mind that you want to accomplish? Yes, there's a few different goals. Okay. What are the ones that are most important to you? Well, it's this and that and the other. Okay. Well, which one, if you had to pick, would be the absolute, one that just gives you joy? Okay, well, it's this one. Okay, well, let's talk more about that. How did that go? And, before you knew it, we were sort of planning and plotting out and, discovering things as far as what was keeping her blocked, how to potentially unblock that, how to create more confidence around it so she felt not only joyful but strong and confident doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of it all, she was so excited, hung up and ran out to the living room to tell her husband, hey, guess what? I'm going to do this thing. It's awesome. So that was like, oh, that's so wonderful. Yeah.
I'm just thinking about that. Feels so good, doesn't it? When you see the client really reach their highest potential, and then you get to go, yay, with them.
Yeah. Because she found all of her answers. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm curious, is there anything else that you would like to share with anyone before we kind of point them in the direction of the recording and or how to learn a little bit more about you? Anything else you'd like to say?
I think the one thing that I'm kind of working with right now is the ability to work around other people's schedule, because it's something that I feel it's important to me. I certainly have flexibility in working with people nighttime and things like that. So I'm certainly open to unusual schedule options. And I think that's almost a niche that I'm going to try to accommodate instead of a typical 9 to 5 or something like that. And it's just something that I've been playing with. And if the demand's there, I'm certainly happy to accommodate. So that's sort of, I don't know, part of it.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is you've got a lot of opportunities to coach people at kind of the odd hours where maybe a lot of people would draw and say, nope, not available.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that to be personally really helpful, because I know as when I'm the client, I really like the opportunity of like doing after work, I'm like, I'm in my body a little bit more instead of, or even on the weekends, it's almost like I kind of look forward to it. That's like, doesn't make it sound like I don't do anything, but it's like, yay, I have something at night and it's about me.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. We're all so busy with our lives. And, if you try to fit something in at lunch, there's a lot of distractions, or after work, there's, kids or family or whatever. And so to really set aside that time for you is lovely and important.
Yeah. Instead of going to the spa, go to your coach. That is Coach Liz.
I like it.
Yeah. So what would be the best way for people to get a hold of you?
They can visit my website, and that is lifegoeson.us. And so it's just like it sounds, but it's LIFEGOESON.US.
I like, because if you read it the other way, life goes on us.
Life goes on us. I like it.
I can interpret that in a lot of ways, but it really sounds like you've just been a really valuable asset to your clients. And I can't wait to share your recording, which of course I'm going to remind everyone is below the video. There's no sales button here. You know, when you see people doing that, it's like, no, come check it out. And I'm just curious, anything else you'd like to say before we close out here?
Thank you again so much for this opportunity. And again, refer people to you. I love your program. And just today it came up in conversation again, actually. And it's just because I'm a believer and your program is beautiful, strong, supportive. You draw in wonderful people like yourself. And so thank you again.
Well, the mirror's coming right back at you. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Liz, for being bold and sharing. Because I think it can feel a little bit vulnerable saying, this is one possible coaching session. And I really am appreciative that you're willing to help other people see what coaching truly is.
Yeah.
And the potential of it. And I hope people come and check out your website again at lifegoeson.us.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.